Morning class. Good morning, students. Today we'll discuss a new topic, that is ability to listen and understand English when spoken. As we know, the competency and content specification that we have already discussed a lot, and in this regard we have already discussed the wages of English language and literature, how we can communicate the English as a whole. So my dear friends, today we will discuss a new topic, that is the child develops the ability to listen and understand English when spoken. The competency specification. Today our matter of concern is competency specification. Do you get my point? Yes or no? Tell me what happened. In learning English at the elementary level, we have already discussed about a lot of things regarding the learning English at the elementary level. Yes or no? Okay, thank you. Now our topic is the ability to listen and understand English when spoken. Ability means the competent which is inherited within the child, and we as a pupil teacher, as a trainee, as a teacher, to nourish this ability with the help of listening and understanding English when they spoke. Okay, what happened? Thank you. So our topic is the ability to listen and understand English when spoken. Do you get my point? Yes or no? Tell me what happened. And the objectives of our topic is like this: explain the ability of a child development to listen and understand English when spoken. Second one is distinguish between competence specifications and content specifications. The third one is understand the child develops the ability to speak standard variety of Indian English. The fourth one is explain the child develops the ability to read English text and understand what he or she reads. The fifth one is understand the child develops the ability to write and express. And the last one, the sixth number, is distinguish between competence and content imperative with regard to English on National Curriculum Framework 2005. So this is our six objectives. I have taken six objectives. Those are as follows. The first one is explain the ability of a child development to listen and understand English when spoken. Second one, distinguish between competence specifications and content specifications. Understand the child develops the ability to speak standard variety of Indian English. The fourth one is explain the child develops the ability to read English text and understands what he or she reads. Okay. The fifth one is understand the child develops the ability to write and express. And the sixth one is distinguish between competence and content imperatives with regard to learning English on National Curriculum Framework 2005. Okay, do you get my point? Yes or no? Tell me. Okay, and let's have a look. The first one, the child develops the ability to listen and understand English when spoken. The competence specifications are as follows. The first one, you have to keep in mind one thing, how we will going to deliberate our lesson, in what a way we will represent our competence specifications. The written format of our competency specifications are as follows. The child will be able to, you have to noted, the child will be able to listen a word, tick the word from the list of words given, listen and write words, phrases, sentences, small paragraphs, listen and fill in the blanks, listen and fill in a form for a real life use, listen and take note, Then listen, do as in TPR. That means total physical response. Later on, I will discuss with briefly. Okay. The seventh one is listen and do, stand up, sit down, draw a picture, etc. These are imperative modes. Okay. Listen to rhymes and reproduce the small action rhymes. To get my point, yes or no? And with this connection, the content specifications are, and we have to write in such a way like this. The learners will know. The learners will know the words and phrases English which are mixed with India. And the second one is how to listen, say, and write words on people, places, and objects known to the child. And the third one is, remember, what are you doing there? How to listen and fill in the blanks in a local. And the fourth one is specific text such as own village, town, family, etc. Okay. And the fifth one is how to listen and fill in a form such as a label of for a book, name, class. Do you get my point? Okay, tell me what happened. How to, the sixth one is how to listen and act out as the teacher demonstrates. Sit down, laugh, smile, stand up, etc. Okay. And the seventh one is how to listen and draw pictures of known living and non-living objects, a cat, a table, cow, etc. And the next one is how to listen to rhymes and act out saying the rhymes. And the ninth one is how to exchange conversations, greetings, ask simple questions and answer, take part in dialogue, give opinions, tolerance others. And the 10 number is how to read aloud textual materials. So in this connection, the content specifications are written like that, and we should keep in our mind that the learners will know. We have to represent like that. The learners will know. Do you get my point? And the 11th number is how to narrate stories, events, describe person, place, object, etc. Do you get my point? Yes or no? Tell me. And the next one is the child develops the ability to speak standard variety of Indian English. And we have to develop the ability of the child how to speak standard variety of Indian English. Indian English, he or she has to speak has to speak on or has to spoken by the competency specifications such as child will be able to. Remember one thing, the most important thing in this chapter, that the child will be able to. You have to noted here the objectives are like that, the child will be able to. Okay, speak correct sounds of words and phrases. And the second one is speak words, phrases, and sentences in tolerable English. And the third one is participate in chain drills, rhymes, and action songs. Fourth one is read aloud poems and stories. Fifth one is read out a conversation in a role play. Role play. It may be one act play or the drama. Describe people, places, and objects orally. Orally, only orally, not in written form. Okay. Narrate small stories, events orally. Small stories, events he or she will be able to narrate in forms of orally. Okay. And produce correct Indian speech sounds, vowel, consonants, and diphthongs. Okay, later on we will discuss great depth. Okay, vowel, consonant, diphthong, monophthong. Okay, speak intelligibly when making statements, asking questions, giving instructions, reporting events. Okay, do you get my point? Yes or no? Tell me. And the content specifications are such as the learners will know. The learners will know words, The first one is words and phrases within his or her experimental orbit. Okay, do you get my point? Words and sentence related to the local environment. The third one is real life conversation, such as talking to a friend using functional items, hello, hi, bye, etc. Okay. Then stories in chunks, small words, real life like role play. Hmm. Then how to greet others, socializes others. Just suppose, let me tell you first, how are you? I am fine. Like that. Do you get my point? And the sixth one is how to narrate a real life incident, reproduce a story. Then the next one is the child develops the ability to read English text and understand what he or she reads. The competency specifications are such as, and you have to keep in mind one thing, that the child will be able to. I have repeated several times. I had repeated. I have repeated. I also talk. Okay, do you get my point? The child will be able to. The objectives are as follows. The child will be able to describe a picture. Shadow reading. Suppose you have given a shadow reading and the child will be able to describe the picture. Describe a picture. And the second one is read the pictures of known words, such as the real objects, people, animals, words available within the learner's experiences. Do you get my point? Yes or no? Tell me what happened. Oh, and the third one is recognize the letters in the words, phrases, and sentences, such as small and capital letters. The student will be able to recognize small and capital letters. Read a sentence and paragraphs with reasonable speed and comprehension. The child will be able to comprehend the text according to his or her ability. Okay, the fifth one is read a text with reasonable speed and comprehension. Locate the main idea and supporting details. Whatever the things we have quoted here, the child will be able to locate the main idea. What are the main ideas in it, and how will we support the details form? Do you get my point? Guess the meaning of words in the context. Without context, we cannot use a single bit of word. So context is most important. Do you get my point? Evaluate people, places, and objects. Okay. Infer an outcome based on his experience. The child will be able to infer an outcome based on his experience. Whatever the experience he or she has experienced in his or her daily life, he or she will be able to infer his or her experience. Do you get my point? Tell me what happened. Then the content specifications, and we have to keep in mind one thing, that the child will be able to. That is the another thing. In content specifications, you will remember one thing, that the learner will. The first one is read pictures like fan, bus, cycle, etc. Okay. And the second one is distinguish small letters from capital letters. The child will distinguish small letters from capital letters. Okay. And the third one is read small sentences leading to real life. He or she will be able to, or you may represent it, the child will read small sentences leading to real life situation. Okay, in his or her daily life situations. Read all text based on old knowledge. Old knowledge means previous knowledge related to the real life use. Whatever the learning outcome he or she has possessed or had possessed in his previous experience, that should be related with the new knowledge. In a constructive approach, 5E module: engage, elaborate, explain, evaluate. Okay, do you get my point? Then the fifth one is a read text related to daily life, a description, a narration, etc. The child will relate daily life situation, description, narration, okay, whatever the experience he or she has with him or her. And the sixth number is understand paragraphs based on known context. And the paragraph must be based on known context that should be understood by the learners. That paragraph must be comprehensible. Okay, do you get my point? Yes or no? Tell me what happened. And the in this connection we have already discussed, and on later on we will discuss it more when I give you the link. Okay, the child develops the ability to write and express. The next one is the child develops the ability to write and express. The child develops the ability to, you have to remember, you have to keep in mind one thing, that the child develops the ability to write the alphabet and words. He will able to write the alphabet and words, write small and capital letters distinctly. He or she will be able to write small and capital letters distinctly. Third one is write words of known objects. Whatever the objects he or she will know, that should be presented here. Okay. And the fourth one is write words and phrases in context. The contextual phrase and words must be comprehensible, or he or she will have comprehend the word. Write small paragraphs on a narrative form as well as a descriptive form or a description. Okay, spell words correctly. The child will be able to spell words correctly. Suppose now Rohan, you have to spell the word umbrella. Then he will spell the word UMBRELLA. That is the spell words correctly. Do you get my point? Write words, phrases, and sentences when dictated. When you dictate some words, the child will be able to write. The child will be able to mention words, phrases, and sentences when it is dictated. Okay. Then the number 8 is write short paragraphs based on controlled writing. Controlled writing means the handwriting passage, or the good performing act, or smooth performing handwriting. Okay, write short paragraph based on controlled writing within a limited line. Write description of a person, place, and object. The child will be able to describe a person, place, and object also. The number 10 is narrate an incident in writing. Whenever you are going to narrating a story, then the child will be able to write it. He will write the story. And the number 11 is write questions and answer. That is the most important element in the process of a child develops the ability to write and express. Do you get my point? And the child will be able to write the questions and answers. Otherwise our objectives are failure and our plan is totally failed. Then content specifications. When the term content specification is being concerned, that means the child is the most important element in our teaching learning situation. The child, what happened? The child masters mechanics of writing. Masters mechanics of writing means what? Who can say? Raise your hands. Tell me. Who can say? Raise your hands. Why are you sitting silently? Tell me. What happened? Masters mechanics of writing means the child will be able to use punctuation, will able to write good handwriting, will able to spelling correctly. Okay. And the second one is spell words correctly. Spell words correctly. What do you mean by spell words correctly? Which? Tell me. Oh, spell words correctly which are used frequently. The words which are used frequently, that should be spelled correctly. Okay. First one is master's mechanics of writing. That means punctuation, handwriting, spelling. Second one is spell words correctly which are used frequently. And the third one is identifies pictures of objects. VMDT, visual memory development technique. We have used brainstorming, VMDT. Okay, different tools are there. Uses words in context within the, what happened? Uses words in context within the experience of his or her. Tell me. Oh, uses words in context within the experience to his or her own when he is able to write. To get my point? Okay. So now you have to prepare a activity. The first one is say whether the following statements are true or false. Okay. Integration of skills means using more than one skill at a time. Second one is skills learned in isolation are good for language learning. Third one is language works when it is presented in whole. The fourth one is learners should have the inner competence to perform the skill. The fifth one is a speaker should not have the sense of time, place and person while speaking. Sixth one is language means context. And the seventh one is as listeners we should have tolerance to what others say. And the eighth one is the only aim of learning a language is attainment of basic proficiency of communication. The ninth is language learning means developing abstract thought. The number 10 is listening and reading are the only two major skills to be learned in language learning. Now this is the activity 1 and you have to prepare a note and mention whether the statements are true or false. Okay, then the next activity 2. Okay, what happened? Activity 2, the number 1 is what do you mean by literacy in the true sense of teaching second language? Okay, what is the second? What happened? Oh, sit down. Good, very good. What is the second goal of learning English according to National Curriculum Framework 2005? What is integration of skills? Is it necessary for language learning? The first one is what? What do you mean by literacy in a true sense of teaching second language? Second one is what is the second goal of learning English according to National Curriculum Framework 2005? The third one is what is the integration of skills? Is it necessary for language learning? And the fourth one is what are the content specifications for writing at the primary level? Okay, and the number 5 is what are expected from learners of class 7 and 8 in future? What will you really expect from them? Okay, and the most important activity, that is the third one, activity 3, that is National Curriculum Framework 2005. I had already told you a lot of things regarding National Curriculum Framework in your first year and also second year course. There are 5 basic principles in the National Curriculum Framework, and you have remember that National Curriculum Framework 2005 imperatives with regard to learning English. Okay, the activities are such as, before going to the activity, let me tell you first the instruction. Read the following statements, think and write whether they are true or false. Okay, like the previous one. A child of 4 years can communicate with others in its mother tongue on a topic it knows. And the second one is learning the rules of grammar enables one to speak fluently. The third one is a child can produce infinite number of sentences after they know the rules of grammar. The fourth one is exposure to language is the prime source of language acquisition. In this connection, the language learning and language acquisition will discuss on later class. Children learn a language in a better way in collaboration with each other. And the number 6 is translation is effective for proper communication. 7. Rote learning is unnecessary to learn English. That is the most important point for NCF 2005, rote learning. Okay. Learners should be made free from stress of examination. And the 9 one is children learn better when they are respected. Do you get my point? Thanks a lot. Thanks the class. If you any doubt, you can log in my mail ID, also my Instagram ID and my YouTube channel, and I will share the live option in the next on the next class. You will watch my lesson. Thanks a lot. Thank you, class.